Something extraordinary has entered the stage of our solar system, a visitor from the deep void between stars. Astronomers have named it 3I Atlas, and its arrival has already rewritten the limits of what we thought possible. Unlike ordinary comets that drift lazily through space, this object came racing in at breathtaking speed, cutting through the dark with the precision of an arrow. Yet, what has scientists stunned isn't just its speed, it's the path it has chosen. Instead of slicing steeply across the solar system like most interstellar travelers, 3I Atlas is gliding almost perfectly along the same flat plane that planets follow, as if it were one of them. That single detail changes everything. It means this isn't a fleeting visitor, it's a participant in our cosmic dance, moving beside us through the light of the sun. The story of this object began quietly on July 1st, 2025, when the Atlas Survey Telescope in Chile detected a bright, fast-moving speck of light crossing the southern skies. At first, it looked like just another comet, but the data refused to fit. It was traveling at nearly 60 kilometers per second, far faster than anything that could be held by the sun's gravity. Astronomers double-checked images, recalculated orbits, and finally came to a breathtaking conclusion. This was only the third confirmed interstellar object ever seen by humanity. First came Oumuamua in 2017, then Borisov in 2019, and now 3I Atlas, each one a messenger from beyond, carrying the stories of other star systems written in ice and dust. What makes this discovery different is how strangely familiar the orbit appears. It travels within just a few degrees of the ecliptic plane, the invisible path shared by Earth, Mars, and Jupiter. This means 3I Atlas won't just flash by and vanish into the dark. It will linger, spending weeks inside our solar system's magnetic environment. And with every day that passes, it's revealing more secrets. Observations from space-based telescopes show a nucleus less than a kilometer wide, wrapped in a massive halo of carbon dioxide gas stretching thousands of kilometers into space, a cloud so huge that in scale, it dwarfs Earth itself. A tiny heart encased in a planetary-sized atmosphere. This combination, a small icy core, a colossal CO2-rich coma, and an orbit that hugs the planetary plane, makes 3I Atlas completely unlike any comet we've studied before. It doesn't behave like a frozen relic of our system, nor does it follow the chaotic patterns of distant interstellar debris. It feels deliberate, stable, and utterly alien in motion. Scientists around the world are watching closely, not just for what this object might tell us about its birthplace, but for what it might reveal about our own solar neighborhood. Because for the first time, an interstellar traveler isn't merely passing by, it's moving with us. As 3I Atlas continues its silent voyage through the void, the calendar draws closer to a date that astronomers are calling the most anticipated cosmic encounter of the decade. October 2025 isn't just another month in the sky, it's the stage for a sequence of celestial alignments so precise, so volatile, that even the best orbital models struggle to keep up. The interstellar object is now weaving through the most active regions of our solar system, a region charged with invisible magnetic forces and flooded with solar wind. And as it moves deeper, every prediction grows more uncertain. Scientists at observatories around the world describe the feeling as both thrilling and unnerving because 3I Atlas isn't behaving like anything they've ever tracked before. Its first close approach will occur in early October, when it passes near the orbit of Mars. The distance will still be vast in human terms, but close enough that several spacecraft, including NASA's Mars Reconnaissance Orbiter and ESA's ExoMars Trace Gas Orbiter, have been instructed to turn their instruments toward it. These orbiters are prepared to capture high-resolution images, spectroscopic data, and potential signs of tail disruption caused by outgassing. For the first time, humanity will watch an interstellar object move through the inner solar system with multiple eyes in space. Each moment of observation could rewrite what we know about the chemistry of distant planetary systems. But that's only the beginning. Between October 21st and 23rd, 3I Atlas will slip into what astronomers call superior conjunction, a moment when it aligns perfectly with the sun from Earth's perspective. For several days, it will vanish into the blinding solar glare, hidden behind streams of radiation and charged particles. During this time, its massive CO2 atmosphere will be tested like never before. The sun's magnetic storms, known as coronal mass ejections, CMEs, could strike it head-on, shredding its plasma tail or twisting it into luminous knots, visible to solar observatories. If such an event occurs, telescopes like SOHO and Stereo will capture it in real time, turning this fleeting visitor into a living laboratory of solar physics. Then comes the finale. Around October 29th to 30th, 3I Atlas reaches perihelion, its closest point to the Sun. By then, the Sun's activity cycle will be near its peak, filling space with unpredictable eruptions of energy. For astronomers, this is both a risk and a gift. The object's carbon dioxide-rich atmosphere may glow, distort, or even fragment under the intense heat and radiation. Every flash and ripple in its tail will reveal how materials from another star system respond to our Sun's fury. It's a natural experiment, on a scale humanity could never create, a moment when two cosmic forces meet, the raw power of a star and the fragile dust of a distant world. Around the globe, researchers and amateur skywatchers alike are preparing for this once-in-a-lifetime spectacle. Coordinated observations are being organized from Hawaii to Chile, from space telescopes to backyard lenses. And somewhere between the numbers and the mystery, one truth remains clear: 3I Atlas has turned our solar system into a stage where the universe itself performs. As October draws to a close and 3I Atlas nears the blazing light of the Sun, humanity stands ready, telescopes aligned, instruments calibrated, and eyes turned toward the heavens. For the scientists watching from observatories around the world, this moment is more than just another entry in the astronomical record. It's a rare chance to look beyond the boundaries of our own solar system and glimpse the chemistry of another. Every wisp of gas that escapes from this tiny traveler carries a signature of the world it once called home. Atoms and molecules forged under a different star, shaped by alien winds, frozen for eons, and now, for the first time, illuminated by our Sun. Each spectral reading is a message, each image a fragment of a story billions of years in the making. 3I Atlas reminds us that the universe is not a collection of isolated islands, it's a sea of constant exchange. Stars die and scatter their matter into the dark. That dust forms new suns, new planets, and perhaps new life. Somewhere in that endless cycle, objects like this one are born, ejected from their native systems, and sent drifting into the interstellar gulf. They wander for millions of years before gravity. Chance and time guide them to another star, and when they arrive, as 3I Atlas has, they bring with them the memory of distant worlds. To study them is to read the autobiography of the galaxy itself. Around the world, data is still pouring in: light curves, spectra, dust measurements, and plasma readings. Every result deepens the mystery instead of solving it. The object's nucleus remains strangely stable despite the heat, and its coma shows an unusual composition of carbon dioxide, dust, and trace organics, materials that may resemble the building blocks of planets. No alien technology, no artificial signatures, just nature at its most astonishing. Yet the beauty of it lies precisely there, in the realization that the universe doesn't need human imagination to amaze us. Its patterns, its coincidences, its elegance, these are wonders beyond any design. For the public, 3I Atlas has become more than an astronomical event. It's a reminder of how fragile and yet how deeply connected we are to the cosmos. Every time a telescope captures its glow, that light has traveled through the same vacuum that surrounds our world. In it, we see not just another comet, but a reflection of our own beginnings. Perhaps once, long ago, an object like this seeded Earth with water and organic material, the ingredients that made life possible. If so, then every atom in us is a continuation of that same interstellar journey as it drifts away from the Sun and begins its long voyage back into the deep. 3I Atlas leaves behind more than data. It leaves perspective. We often look at the stars and wonder if something out there is looking back. But perhaps the truth is simpler. The universe doesn't need to speak to us. It reveals itself every time we choose to look. So as the light of this traveler fades into the background of stars, one thing remains certain. We have witnessed a fragment of eternity passing through our neighborhood.